What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Today we are going to be starting our first Nuzlocke in Generation 3, Pokemon Ruby. We've had a couple of failed attempts, so I'm confident this will be our run. I'm gonna play smarter than I've ever played before, and I think we're gonna break through. If I'm probably gonna end up doing this offline, but if for whatever reason you want to check the validity of my run and make sure that I don't edit or cheat anything out, I'll be uploading the unfiltered Vods to my YouTube channel, Solemn_Titan Vods. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get into it. And one last thing, for those of you who are probably wondering why Ruby over Emerald or anything, a couple reasons. One, Ruby is my childhood game. It's the game that I played the most. Not this one specifically, but just Pokemon Ruby in general. Two, Ruby is significantly cheaper than Emerald. And three, I needed another copy to hunt Wailord. As you can see, I got my 4 copies here. So I wanted to get a game done. I wanted to get a 5th game so that I could have 5 games hunting Wailord. So that's why I decided to do this, but I decided to challenge myself to do a Nuzlocke before I get to that point. So we are going to do a Nuzlocke on this Ruby and then add it as a 5th Wailord hunt. Now the last thing I will say is I apologize for the noise. I got my fan on right now, and then I also sound horrible. I'm going to be having these in while I'm doing non-essential battles. I am sick as heck right now, but with that being said, let's get things going, right? I'm actually gonna turn off the fan for the duration of this start. Oh, and as always, I love to show them off because they're my pride and joy, but check them out. We got Tanya and we got Chloe here. They're pooped out. They're taking little nappies. I was just playing with them earlier. I gotta tell you, one of the best decisions I have made in my life to date is adopting dogs. I adopted both of them from a shelter in my town, and they make me very happy. So if you have the ability to take care of a dog, if you have the time to give them for love and affection and training, and if you can afford it financially, I highly recommend you check out the animal shelter. Maybe even a cat too, you know. It's a very rewarding experience, and you're doing some good in the world. I hope in about a month or two, because I got Chloe a couple weeks ago now, and she is, so basically when you adopt a shelter dog, they have what you could consider a decompression period, which depending on the dog can range anywhere from a week all the way to a couple months, and basically that's them decompressing from the stress of an animal shelter. Because animal shelters are really tough on dogs, you know. It's kind of like dog prison, you know. Although for the most part they're better to dogs than prisons, but that's kind of what it is. And so a lot of the time when you go to an animal shelter, you'll see a dog that's picked up bad habits. For example, having accidents inside the house, or barking, you know. 5'10", and that's not to say that it's not to say that they're bad dogs. It's just to say that these are habits that are picked up because they're trapped in these cages all day for many days of the week, and that they don't have anybody to give them love and attention, and they get very stressed out, and so it's really tough on them. So currently right now we're going through the decompression stage for Chloe. Tanya's was super difficult. She is, so they're both two completely opposite dogs. Chloe is super energetic and loving, which, by the way, just to get you a more view. So this black dog right here behind me, that's Chloe, and the brown dog over there on the stitch bed, that's Tanya. So anyways, Tanya is very shy and scared and timid, especially around men. She's very scared around men, and honestly, just to be straight up, I think the reason is because her previous owner before she was in the shelter was a dude and probably beat her, or the dude had a wife or a girlfriend and he beat the wife and girlfriend, and one of those two things traumatized Tanya, just based off like how Tanya would react to me, even though I've done nothing aggressive towards her at all. But it's been a decompression period where she kind of gets sad and she kind of keeps to herself. Like the first 2 or 3 days of her being at my house, she just would not go to the restroom at all. She didn't eat, or she didn't poop or pee. She hardly ate. It was very scary, but she eventually opened up and she started eating. My girlfriend who lives with me, Tanya, of course, bonded to her because she bonds easier to females, and so after we got past that, the second part of her decompression phase, which I'm still working on, is that she's still very scared around me and timid, and she kind of like keeps her distance from me. So when my girlfriend was at work and it's just Tanya and I at the house by ourselves, Tanya would stay in the bedroom, which currently right now we're in my office, which is on the other side of the house. Think of it like my bedroom is in the back of the house and this office is at the front of the house, kind of thing. So she would always stay in the bedroom, and or she'd stay in her cage, her safe space, and she wouldn't get out of there ever. You know, if I let her go outside to go to the restroom, I'd have to walk her outside on a leash, otherwise she would stay outside the entire time and would not come in. And it's just a comfort thing, right? She's just scared of me being a guy, and she was not comfortable around me, and it was kind of like it definitely hurt me. It made me sad, because one thing you want when you get a dog is you want them to love you, and one of the things that I really wanted was when I come home from work to have the dog run and greet me and just be super excited. But oh, by the way, Torchic we're gonna name Colonel, but since she was scared, she used to bark at me when I'd come home, and the girlfriend and her were sleeping in bed because I work overnight, so I get home at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So she would bark at me, but actually she's been doing really good, and we kind of broke her of that habit now. So I'm very happy to see that. But I really wanted to get her to be more confident about being at home with me, and I'd taken Tanya to go play with other dogs to try and socialize her and get her more confident, and I saw that she had a very positive interactions with other dogs. She seemed very happy, and she, I took her to my mom's house. My mom has like 3 big Doberman dogs. Well, 1 big Doberman and then like 2 really bulky dogs. I don't know what kind of dogs they are. And like Tanya at first was kind of scared because they're all boys, and so she was they were sniffing her. Like Tanya's immediate reaction was to run and like stick her back against me, which is kind of made me happy, because it goes to show that even though she is scared of me, she's trusts me, because she came and seeked protection from me, and seeks protection from me to protect her from the other dogs. So that made me happy. And then of course after like a couple minutes of them sniffing her, and then she started playing outside with the dog. So she adapted very quickly and started having a lot of fun with the dog. So we took her over there a couple of times, but ultimately I decided that I wanted to get her a sister so that she has somebody to play with at home. I had been dog sitting for my grandparents, and we had a second dog here that again, Tanya at home, when it was both dogs and me at the home alone, Tanya was a lot more open to walking around the house, and she would come into my office instead of just staying in the bedroom all day. But when it was just me and Tanya only, then she would stay in the bedroom and stay away from me. So but the other dog that we were babysitting was kind of older and smaller, so she didn't really play, and Tanya's just turned 2 years old, so she's a very new dog, you know, very young dog, got a lot of energy. And I wanted to get a second dog that I could have her play with, and help her be more confident around. And so we looked at the shelter, and I honestly have been watching the shelter for months because something that was important to me is I wanted to adopt a dog that nobody else was adopting, so that I didn't. It's very important to me that I am able to take care of the dogs and give them a good life. And I feel like if I was to just take the coolest dog at the shelter or whatever, or one that just showed up, then that's me putting my own personal desires of wanting to have a dog over doing something that's good. And so I've been watching, and Chloe had been at the shelter. I don't know how long she's been at the shelter, to be honest, but I know over the last like 5 months or 6 months now since we got Tanya, Chloe's been at the shelter the entire time, and nobody had adopted her. So 2 weeks ago we went and picked up Chloe, and her and Tanya get along very well, you know? So it's been wonderful. And then of course Chloe is a lot more open and energetic, and she has a lot more energy. She has her own issues, like, oh man, I just had to get on to her. She's peeing on the house. She's peeing inside the house, you know? And I'm trying to take her out every 2 hours. I let them go outside and play, take them on walks just about every night so that she can get some training in. And she has so much energy, she destroys soft toys, so we have to get her like really tough toys and burn her energy, otherwise she's gonna like channel that energy into destructive behaviors. And so I have to find good ways of working with Chloe to burn her energy. And a couple of the ways that I've found is, one, she loves to play with Tanya, and those two just will play and play and play in the backyard. So that's a great way. And the second way, which I had no idea was actually an energy burner, is that, damn, look at that crit. So apparently sniffing in the backyard, please don't knock me out. Oh, please finish. So when you take a dog on a walk, apparently them sniffing around all over the place is an excellent energy burner. I guess it like burns mental energy. It requires mental stimulation for them to sniff the area and everything, which is just not something I ever really thought about. So now when I take Chloe on walks, I let her sniff around and burn her mental energy that way, so she's a little more chilled out. And you actually see it take place in her attitude, like she's a lot more calm. And Chloe's also, like Tanya, I was telling my girlfriend last week, Tanya's like the teenage girl who wants her own space, you know. She'll come over for the lovin's a little bit, but she for the most part likes to keep to herself, at least with me. Both dogs are opposites, so they act one way with me and then they act the opposite way with my girlfriend. So Tanya usually keeps her distance, and she now stays in the room with me, and she'll come up and let me pet her and everything, but she, as you can see, she like sits against the back of the wall for the most part, at least. And Chloe is like, oh, she's all over me. She will come up and sit in between my legs with her back to me, or she'll, when I'm laying down trying to go to sleep, she'll like kind of do a falling over thing onto me, or she'll cuddle up to me. Like, she is super loving towards me. And then the opposites are true. Like, Chloe is loving towards my girlfriend for sure, but also just not as much as she is with me. And then Tanya is just over the moon for my girlfriend. Like, oh my gosh, y'all should see it whenever my girlfriend gets home and I tell the dogs. There's a specific line that I say, and I can't say it right now because they'll get excited and I don't want to do that to them. But there's a specific thing I say, and when I do, they get super excited and everything. So that's really nice. But yeah, that was a whole lot of talking. But we made it through the first part of it. We're getting our running shoes now. I'm actually probably gonna tone down on the chatting for a bit. I'm just gonna catch my Pokemon and what's it called? And give my encounters for each route. I'll probably talk a little bit, but y'all are gonna see these in my nose, so don't roast me too hard for it. Alright. I'm gonna mute my mic for just a second. Whirlpool, nice. That's a good one. Oh, thank goodness. Chloe. Yeah.
You and Granddad suck at times.
I have done nothing
Just
to you.
Literally just called Granddad because I don't have a time for us on Saturday to schedule a time with him. And he, after like 5 rings, he answers and he goes, "Hey, Shy, we're getting ready to pray. I'll call you back in about 5 minutes. Bye." Hung up immediately. And I'm like, cool. You could have just not answered at that point. That's fine.
Okay. Doesn't really matter. At least he answered. You're told he gave you an answer.
No, I would rather him not have answered.
Cheyenne.
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 No, because instead of even letting me say anything at all, he just hung up immediately. So what the fuck was the point?
This is one of those moments where is it really worth getting upset about? And there's one answer that it should be. There's one answer it should be.
Alright, well, he's calling me back. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you too, bye.
And then they're complaining about the waiter coming, refilling the drink at the time in their mind that they think the waiter should be doing that. People that have problems are problems, and there are some people that have problems with everything. And the problem that we have is that we take it seriously. The only thing you need to say to people like this is hose mad. That's it.
Hose mad.
Why? Or else you'll cut it off.
Not my style. He might.
Fire the mask.
Good chat.
Nothing in my banking will get you any closer to Vladimir.
We'll see about that.
Cody group accounts hiding in plain sight. Several recent transfers to Zordaya prison.
Back. If Makarov escape.
Both opens door.
So draw a few rubles from Makarov's coffers then, shall we?
None.
85 million of Makarov's transferred to a CIA black fund.
Stealing from Makarov's future, not mine.
This is your personal account. Give it credit.
That account is my money. I fought for it. I earned it. I must go to dead without my money. I need my money.
Makarov. Where is he?
But stop!
Sit down. Wait. This is a game. Why not run?
Healthy. Look at Hillary, Springsteen, Sleepy, Elon Musk, Rosie O'Donnell, Barack Hussein Obama, and then Aaron.
Who's?
Guys, is this
Hey,
real?
easy. No.